You ever get that feeling you're being watched? I didn't, not until 3 days ago. That's when my doorbell camera caught someone walking into my house, even though I live completely alone. The person it detected, he never left. No exit notification, no motion alert, nothing. But when I went through the footage frame by frame, I found something that made me call the police, the doorbell company, and eventually, no one could explain it. Today, I'm showing you everything. Tuesday night, 11:47 p.m. I'm at my desk editing when my phone buzzes. Motion detected at your front door. I almost ignore it, probably a cat, maybe someone turning around in my driveway. But something makes me open the app. There's a man standing on my porch. He's not looking at the camera, he's not checking an address, he doesn't have a package or a clipboard. He's just standing there, facing my door. And then, without knocking, without hesitating, he reaches forward and the door opens. He walks inside. Here's what you need to understand. I was 15 minutes away. My door was locked. I live alone. And this man walked in like he'd done it 100 times before. I grabbed my keys and drove home doing 80 in a 45, calling 911 the entire way. But before I even made it to my street, I checked the app one more time. That's when I saw it, no exit detected. According to my camera, he was still inside. I pulled over 2 blocks from my house and watched the clip again. That's when I noticed the timestamp. 11:47:23 p.m. The man appears on screen. 11:47:31 p.m. He reaches for the door. 11:47:26 p.m. The door opens. You catch that? The time went backwards. I thought it was a glitch, a corrupted file, so I downloaded the raw footage directly from the cloud. Same thing. The moment he touches the door, time reverses for 5 seconds. And in that 5-second loop, I found something else. When I paused on the exact frame where his hand contacts the doorknob, his face changes. Not motion blur, not pixelation. His features shift, like the camera was trying to capture 2 different faces at once and couldn't decide which one was real. I took a screenshot. I'll show it to you later, because what happens next gets worse. The police beat me to my house. 2 officers. They searched every room, every closet, checked windows and the back door. Nothing. No signs of forced entry, they told me. No one inside. But they saw the footage. They couldn't explain it either. One of them, the younger guy, he kept looking at me like I'd staged it, like this was a prank. The older cop didn't say much, just asked if I'd been feeling stressed lately, if I'd been sleeping okay. Then he said something I haven't stopped thinking about. Cameras don't lie, but they don't always tell the truth either. After they left, I walked through my house alone. Everything looked normal, untouched. Except for one thing. On my kitchen table, centered perfectly, was my spare key. The same key I keep in a magnetic box under my car. The same key this man shouldn't have had. But here's the problem. When I checked my car after the police left, the spare key was still there, still in the box. I was holding 2 identical keys. I didn't sleep that night. At around 4 a.m., I got up to get water and turned on the hallway light. That's when I saw them. Footprints. Not shoe prints, bare feet, large, adult-sized. And they were wet, like someone had just stepped out of a shower. They started in the middle of my living room, not at any door, not from any entry point, just appearing in the center of the floor. They led down the hall, past the bathroom, toward the basement door. I followed them with my phone's flashlight, my hand shaking so badly I could barely hold it steady. The prints went down the basement stairs. 12 steps. But on the 13th, right before the concrete floor, they stopped. Mid-stride, like whoever was making them vanished between footsteps. I stood there for 10 minutes, staring at that last print, half expecting to see it move. It didn't. But the air in that basement felt wrong, heavier, colder than it should have been. I went back upstairs and locked the basement door. Then I dragged my desk chair in front of it and didn't move until sunrise. The next morning, I contacted the doorbell company's support line. I explained everything, the reverse timestamp, the man who didn't leave, all of it. The rep sounded skeptical until I sent her the footage. She put me on hold for 11 minutes. When she came back, her tone had completely changed. "Sir, there's a second recording from your device that night. It wasn't flagged by our system. I'm sending it to you now." I opened the email. The clip was only 9 seconds long. But it wasn't from outside my door. The angle was wrong, like the camera had been rotated inward, looking into my house instead of out. In the frame, I could see my hallway, my living room in the background. And standing in the center of the shot, facing the camera directly, was the man. He wasn't walking, he wasn't moving, he was just there. Like he'd always been there. Then slowly, he raises his hand toward the lens. The moment his fingers should make contact, the screen goes black. Not a fade, not static. Pure, instant black. And underneath the video file, there was a note from the system. Motion detected, 0 seconds. Entry-exit events, none. Thermal signature not found. The doorbell company couldn't explain it. "We've escalated this to our engineering team," the rep said. "That was 2 days ago, I haven't heard back." That night, I couldn't stop thinking about his face. It felt familiar, not like I knew him, but like I'd seen him. So I started going through my photos, hundreds of them, years of pictures on my phone, my laptop, old hard drives. And then I found it. A picture from 2022, my friend's birthday party at a bar downtown. There are maybe 30 people in the shot, everyone's smiling, holding drinks. And in the back corner, standing alone, slightly out of focus. It's him. Same jacket, same posture, same blank expression. Staring directly at the camera. I found another photo, a hiking trip from 2021, group shot at the summit. He's there far behind us, just standing on the trail, watching. Another, a concert in 2020, blurred in the crowd. Another, my college graduation, in the parking lot, barely visible near a car. 4 photos, spanning 5 years. Always in the background, always alone, always looking at me. I never noticed him, not once. But my cameras did. Yesterday, I got a call from an unknown number. I almost didn't answer. But something told me to pick up. Silence on the other end, just breathing, steady, calm. Then a voice, low, even, emotionless. I never left. The line went dead. I checked my doorbell app immediately. Live feed, motion detected, front door. I opened it. The camera was pointed at my door, like always. But standing in the frame, facing inward again, was the man. This time, he was smiling. I blinked, and the feed refreshed. He was gone. But my front door, the real one, the physical one I was staring at through my window. It was open. Just an inch. Swaying slightly. Like someone had just walked through. I'm staying at a friend's place now. I haven't been back to my house. But here's what I need you to understand. Doorbell cameras don't just record motion. They record presence. And sometimes, presence doesn't follow the rules we think it does. If you have a smart camera, doorbell, indoor security, check your archive files, the ones the app doesn't show you automatically. Look for timestamps that don't make sense, frames that feel wrong. Because if something can show up on your camera without triggering a sensor, without a heat signature, without existing in time properly. What's stopping it from showing up somewhere else? Next video, I'm breaking down the technical side of this, how cameras actually detect motion, and why some things slip through. You'll want to watch that, because I found something in my bedroom camera footage. And I think he's been inside a lot longer than 3 days. Watch next, 5 signs your camera sees things you don't.